All right, Ben. So how long have you had this machine right here?
We got this machine last summer before compost season.
Okay. How many yards of compost are you putting down roughly annually?
Annually, we do somewhere around 2,000 cubic yards.
2,000 cubic yards. So before this, you were doing all walk behind top dressers. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. What made the decision make sense for you to upgrade to something that's ride on and of this size?
Minimizing the guy's fatigue ultimately was the number one contributing factor, and then obviously less refills, so we can take almost, I would say, about 3 times of the amount of material at one time that we were taking previously with the other top dressers.
That is really helpful.
Yeah.
Speed wise, has your production increased a lot, like with this unit versus a walk behind?
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, we can accomplish, especially on the bigger properties that we're doing with these machines, stuff that's say half acre or larger.
Yeah.
We're cutting that down. I mean, I would say at a minimum a third of the time, if
Wow.
not maybe half.
That's great.
So
That's great. Other question would be, how heavy are you applying the compost? So is it going to be like quarter inch, less than
yeah.
that, more than that?
So we typically apply a quarter inch of compost at a
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Okay. Has it been easy to meter with this machine, like right on that quarter inch number?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it took the guys a little bit of time to figure out the depth that ultimately. But I would say it's ultimately easier to know how much you're putting down just because we were running spinner systems
Mm-hmm.
before product predominantly, so that was spraying a lot more, whereas you get an even spread in front of the machine the whole
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah, so a little bit more precision here, even though
Yeah,
it's probably not as fast to like kind of puke it out. You get a
yeah,
little bit more accuracy.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
What are some different ways that you've been loading the machine that have been helpful for you?
Well, up to this point, we have either been shoveling or using a mulch mate
Okay.
till now.
How many guys does it take to shovel to keep up with the machine putting it out?
Yeah, typically we have one or two guys
Okay.
up on the truck if we're shoveling.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Any other tips or hints or anything that you would have for anybody if they're considering one of these products for themselves?
Um, I would say, I mean, ultimately, highlights for us is I think it's a well engineered machine. It's very simple to work on if you need to. The maintenance in comparison to other top dressers that we use is almost none,
Good.
considering that, we have like, I mean, we service our top dressers daily during the season just to make sure that everything's clean and cleaned out and
Yep.
belts and everything are properly tensioned. But
Yep.
both of the earth and turf machines that we have now have drastically reduced that time that's needed every morning to make sure that every machine
Cool.
is cleaned out. We like the aerator feature, especially in open spaces. Is definitely a big help, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Any other features or like things that you noticed with this machine that you really weren't expecting?
Um,
If you expected it all, then that's fine too.
I think I expected it. I don't.
Yeah, you came on
There's,
the demo, so
yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of
I
had
kind
to
of knew,
you
but
kind of got to peek before you really purchased. So
yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
Um, Other than that, has it worked for you? I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, it's done everything that I
good.
expected it to do. I mean, as with anything, it's a significant investment, but
Yeah,
I can say after one season that the labor savings is pretty
good.
phenomenal. So,
Cool. Thanks a lot, Ben.
yeah.
Appreciate it.